From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elijah Carvales.
And I'm Zaira Sanchez Aguilar. One man is dead and 3 people injured after a shooting at a house party Saturday night. The Las Cruces Police Department wants your help in the investigation.
Yes, police responded to several reports of gunshots in the 2400 block of Bugatti Drive. They found a 21-year-old man who had been shot dead. 3 other victims were identified and taken to local hospitals. Police say several people recorded the incident on their cell phones. They want anyone who has video or information to contact the Las Cruces Police Department at 575-526-0795. And a habitual offender in Las Cruces faces federal charges and 20 years in prison if convicted.
That's right, 43-year-old Neil Garcia is charged for a string of retail thefts and assaults dating back to 2022. He is charged with 6 counts of interference with commerce by threats or violence. Las Cruces Police Chief Jeremy Story says Garcia has been arrested more than 70 times between 2022 and 2025 and convicted on 5 previous felony charges. He was most recently arrested in April for punching a Walmart employee after trying to leave without paying.
I feel like today was finally that first day of fall weather. What did you think about that, Zaira?
Yes, finally, sweater weather.
Yes, and what's great about it, it's a beautiful fall day. We have a live look cam here on the campus of NMSU right outside of Milton Hall. Not much of anything going on. You can see traffic, not much of anything traffic-wise as well. Now, we will be raining later on today, so this is going to be a very different look. Let's take a look at our first look at weather. It was mostly cloudy skies today, 61 degrees for our temperatures. It was a very calm day at 5 miles per hour. Our humidity was at 28%, and our dew point was at 33 degrees. Our barometric pressure was 30.06 inches. And our high today was 68, our low is 48, and our average is 58 degrees. Now, our record high was 81 degrees in 1981, and just a year before in 1980 was a whopping 20 degrees. It was so cold that day. And today we have 0.0 inches of rain, but that's going to change in a few hours. And for the year, we have 8.87 inches. Let's take it back to Elijah and Zaira for more news.
And Mia Aragon is next with a clinic for your sick houseplants.
It's not just people who need a checkup, plants do too. Students here at NMSU are helping the Las Cruces community keep their gardens healthy. We got an insight on how a local plant clinic gave residents a chance to revive their favorite greenery. One by one, community members arrive, each carrying a patient in need of a little help. For Wendy Hamilton, those patients are 3 plants she cares for every day.
I brought in a varietal of Bedelia. I call it a Amelia Bedelia, but that's not the real name. But it's a varietal. It's a dwarf. I brought in a southern oak tree branch that had some dried pieces on it, on the leaves, and I brought in a datura that was very yellowed and splotchy.
Each plant tells its own story, and today they're getting the attention they need.
So you water it every day.
When Wendy heard about NMSU's plant clinic, she saw it as a chance to learn and bring some life back into her garden.
So it's been going on for 13 years now. And the reason we did that was to allow the student to be able to connect what they're learning in class with what they will be encountering in real life.
The students gather all the information they know about the plants to diagnose what is causing these effects.
We bring this forward so the community will know NMSU is not just training students for training them, but whatever they acquire in terms of skill set, we're going to put it to use for the benefit of the community.
Putting their training to work, the plant doctors check leaves, soil, and stems, hoping to bring these patients back to health.
And it's fun to discuss the problems that I have or just the plants that I have because there's always something new for them to discover and for me to discover.
From nutrient deficiencies to viruses, these student plant doctors gain hands-on experience, and Wendy learns how to keep her plants healthier at home.
For these students, it's not just about identifying what's wrong with the plants,
It's about learning how to communicate in a way that makes sense to the community.
I love gardening.
Everything in a plant is connected to each other. So talking to the community members and asking different questions on what they're doing kind of leads you to different answers.
The event may only last one day, but its impact grows far beyond campus, bringing together learning, people, and care. The plant clinic returns every fall, continuing to help Las Cruces gardeners and students keep our community blooming. Organizers say they hope to see even more participation next season. Stay tuned, Mikey will be back with your national forecast. But first, at El Paso Children's Hospital, healing is about heart. More on that when News 22 continues.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Tuesday.
Where news matters. At El Paso Children's Hospital, healing is not only about medicine, it is about heart. Through the Healing Arts program, young patients use art to cope with fear, pain, and long hospital stays. Judith Campos reports.
Jorge Oregon has had many hospital visits because both of his daughters received treatment. He says the Healing Arts program allowed the family to relax and take their minds off the hospital.
It was an activity that they would look for while we were there because we were spent months at the hospital. So it was always something that they would look forward to.
The program brings music, painting, and creativity into hospital rooms. So Jorge's daughters found hobbies such as corsage, music, and painting.
One of her paintings it was selected to be showcased at some of the events.
The painting was displayed at the airport, the Sunflower Bank, the Museum of Modern Art, and other locations. Jorge says he was very proud to see them displayed and is happy the program allowed his daughters to feel relaxed. Abigail Tarango says when children are patients, they can go through traumatic events, and the program provides help.
It provides ways for children to express themselves, be kids, and have a way to manage their visit there.
My favorite are the cows.
Volunteers say this is a great way to help children clear their minds and distract from things they are going through. Judith Campos, News 22.
Now, what would our Thanksgiving weather be like? Mikey is next with your national weather forecast.
Thanks, Elijah. Thanks, Zaira. Now, as you can see here, it has gotten a lot cooler, but it's been super mild as well. In Caribou, Maine, it was 37 degrees, and in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, it was 38 degrees. That's the lowest of the highs, and down in Brownsville and in Houston, it was 86 and 87. Now, looking at tonight's temperatures, it was 25 degrees. It will be 25 degrees in Caribou as well, and Sault Ste. Marie, 25 degrees and 24 degrees in International Falls. Again, the highest of the lows will be in Brownsville at 74 degrees, and in our neck of our woods at 56 degrees and raining in El Paso. Now, taking a look at our next map, a major storm system is gearing up to move across the U.S. And as we head toward the end of the month and into Thanksgiving week, colder air is going to be sliding back in. A warmer pattern is going to be hanging on through the weekend and into early next week. As we see here in the north, a surge of much colder polar air looks to drop out of Canada right around Thanksgiving. That timing will still be up in the air, but could arrive a couple days before the holiday. We're about a week out, and it looks like one, maybe two shots of that Arctic air will hit the lower 48 as we wrap up November and December. Now, going into our last map, not a map at all. This is a video of the sunrise taken from my own video camera, and as we can see, a QR code is here for all of our amazing viewers to share your weather pics with us as we go into the break. I'll be back with your local numbers after this break. Welcome back to News 22 Tuesday. Let's take a look at our temperatures right now. So as you can see in Farmington, that is our lowest temperature in the state at in Albuquerque at 47 degrees, and our highest of our temperatures is in Roswell at 65. Now let's take a look at our temperatures for tomorrow. As you can see in Farmington, it's 60 degrees, and in Santa Fe, that is going to be our lowest for tomorrow at 52 degrees, and our highest will also be in Roswell. Taking a look at our conditions for tonight, in Alamogordo, it will be 58 degrees and partly cloudy with a high tomorrow of 66 and raining. In Truth or Consequences, also partly cloudy and 54 degrees, and tomorrow is going to be a high of 63 and raining as well. And in Silver City, partly cloudy, 45 degrees, and tomorrow, thunderstorms in Silver City at 56 degrees as their high. And in Las Cruces, it's going to be 48 degrees tonight, an 85% chance of rain, and our favorite number right here, 67 tomorrow for our high, and a chance of rain as well. That's all I have for our local conditions. Back to the desk with Elijah and Saida.
And Mia Aragon is next with sports.
Thanks, Elijah. Coming up in sports, the Battle of I-25 took over the Pan Am, and the Aggies made sure the rivalry stayed crimson. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back, I'm Mia Aragon, and let's talk sports. The Battle of I-25 rocked the Pan Am on Saturday, and both teams did not disappoint. The Aggies got balanced scoring across the board, including 15 points from Jamal Jones and 11 from Elijah Elliott. Elliott was a last-minute participant by Coach Hooten and knocked down 2 threes that got the crowd roaring. During the final stretch of the game, the teams tied 4 times, but some of the tough defense by the Aggies and clutch free throws helped seal the win. During the post-game press conference, head coach Jason Hooten told the story of a conversation with the fan that made him realize how much pride New Mexico has in the rivalry.
You know, we won over there in a really crazy game, and I got on the bus and I was checking my email, and I got an email from someone that had just lost their father, and they talked about how much joy that in a time of need for joy, how much it brought to their family, you know, a victory like that. And I mean, I think, you know, we were driving home, everybody's excited, but I think that really sunk into me just.
The Aggies will return to the Pan American Center on Friday to face the Samford Bulldogs. The Aggies were back inside the Pan Am Sunday, but it was a tough afternoon against I-25 rival New Mexico. The Lobos came in shooting hot, finishing at 54% from the field and handed the Aggies a 77-45 loss. The Aggies got early energy from Emma Cristiano and Lucia Lara, who both made their first starts of the season. Lara hit a late first quarter jumper to give NMSU a 1-point lead after the opening 10 minutes. But from there, UNM took over. The Lobos went on a 20-2 run in the second quarter and led 38-15 at half. The Aggies put together their best offensive frame in the fourth, but the deficit was too much to overcome. The loss drops NMSU to 1-2. They're back in action later this week. The Aggies were on the road Saturday night, taking on 21st ranked Tennessee in front of more than 100,000 fans at Neyland Stadium. NMSU actually struck first on defense, Jamal Thompson Jr. ripping away an interception on the Vols' opening drive. Their 21st takeaway of the season, but Tennessee answered fast. 2 quick touchdowns made it 14-0, and a back-breaking 99-yard drive blew the game open. David Barker drilled a 32-yard field goal in his collegiate debut, and Isaiah Rudinson punched in a late fourth-quarter score, but the Vols kept rolling, handing the Aggies a 42-9 loss. The Las Cruces Bulldogs are a dynasty, and they made it official again this weekend. The Las Cruces captured its 3rd straight 5A state title, running through the playoffs in Rio Rancho and finishing a perfect 27-0 season. The Bulldogs swept Rio Rancho and Albuquerque High, then took down Cleveland and La Cueva in 4 sets to lift another blue trophy. The winning streak, now at 57 matches dating back to 2023. Head coach Keith Leupold now has 8 state championships in his 41 seasons with Las Cruces. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Mikey will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Now let's take a look at our top stories.
A 21-year-old man is dead after a shooting at a house party on Saturday. Police are asking for videos of the event to help identify suspects. NMSU is offering a plant clinic to bring alien plants back to health. Student plant doctors are gaining hands-on experience to keep their plants healthy at home. And El Paso Children's Hospital is offering a program that brings music, painting, and creativity to hospital rooms and distracts patients from what they're going through.
Well, our 5-day forecast says something a little bit different, and we are going to be expecting rain tomorrow, or actually tonight into tomorrow, and as well as a 55% chance of rain on Saturday into Sunday. And as you can see, the lows are going to be in the 30s, so find somebody to cuddle up with and bundle up because it's going to be cold.
Yes. And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news, but don't go too far because Corey Preston is next for Noticias 22 en Español. I'm Saria Sanchez Aguilar.
I'm Elijah Carvales, and from the whole News 22 team, Mia, Mikey, Saira, and myself, good night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, la información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Hola, mi nombre es Corey Preston y es un gusto de estar aquí de vuelta. Estos son las breves de hoy. Un hombre ha fallecido y 3 personas han resultado heridas tras un tiroteo en una fiesta en una casa el sábado por la noche. El Departamento de Policía de Las Cruces necesita su ayuda en la investigación. La policía respondió a varios informes de tiroteos en la cuadra de 2400 de Bugatti Drive. Otras 3 víctimas fueron identificadas y transportadas a hospitales locales. Encontraron a un hombre de 21 años que había sido asesinado a tiros. La policía informa que varias personas grabaron el incidente con sus celulares. Piden a cualquier persona que tenga videos o información que se comunique con el Departamento de Policía de Las Cruces en 575-526-0795. Un infractor habitual en Las Cruces se enfrenta a cargos federales y a 20 años de prisión si es declarado culpable. Neil García, de 43 años, está acusado de una serie de robos en tiendas y agresiones que se remonta a 2022. La última detención se produjo en abril por golpear a un empleado de Walmart tras intentar marcharse sin pagar. Esto es todo por mi parte. Que tengan una buena noche y síganos en redes sociales. Gracias.